Hey everyone, I am back with a new video and this is going to be my piece for the YouTube Artist Collective for the theme of zodiacs. If you're new to my channel and you haven't heard of the collective before, there is a link in the description box to the YouTube Artist Collective Facebook page and also a video explaining more about the group. But basically, YTAC consists of a group of artists here on YouTube, and we all create an artwork every 2 months based on a chosen theme that you guys can vote for. And we usually have a poll running on the Facebook page for the next theme, usually after the current theme is finished. So if you want to know when the poll will be open, just like and follow the Facebook page. And we also actually opened an Instagram account, so I'll leave the link down below as well. Other than that, the existing members of the collective are all listed in the description box once again with their respective links, and definitely feel free to check them out. I think this is definitely what's exciting about the collective, is because it's a massive collaboration, and there's a particular day, which is today, where we all upload a video and we get to see different interpretations of one theme. So yeah, like I said, watch everyone else's video on a theme, and to make it easier to keep track of all of the new members and themes and artworks, definitely follow the YouTube Artist Collective Facebook and Instagram, as if I already haven't said that enough. But yeah. Anyway, the theme this time is zodiacs, and it was completely up to us which version we were going to use. I personally chose the Western zodiacs just because I started this piece pretty late. Like, July was a fairly hectic month, and I should have started brainstorming ideas for this a lot sooner or earlier, but I actually forgot about this just until a week before this video is supposed to be up, which is today. So I ended up choosing something that was the first thing that popped into my head, and that was the zodiac sign Cancer, because that is my zodiac sign. I immediately did a bit of research on why it's called Cancer or the meaning behind the symbol, and after finding out all of this cool information, I knew that I was going to stick with this idea. I mean, it's really interesting to know about the origins of the zodiac, and I wish I could have done more research and perhaps incorporated more elements or gone with other interpretations, but like I said, I had very poor time management this month, and I just needed a fairly solid idea and just quickly go with it. I think this is definitely the fastest that I've worked on an artwork from concept to finish, which is definitely one of my goals, and I'm pretty proud of myself for achieving that, I guess. I mean, I mentioned in my previous video that with that kind of process, I tend to dawdle with my ideas, kind of letting them sink in, or to test whether or not they're going to remain as a fairly good idea after a few days of generating them. With this one, I did the research, and through that, I had this idea, which I drew roughly, and then I cleaned it out, and eventually, this is what it ended up looking like, which is very close to the rough sketch in the first idea, or the idea that first popped into my head. I do really like the outcome of this artwork. I think it's still in line with the simplicity that I want in my artworks. This definitely has got a few things going on, but by placing all of them center on the page and almost perfectly balanced, I can somehow achieve the simplicity in the composition, and then by limiting my colors, it also helps achieve that. To be honest, this is, of course, not what I had imagined for the colors to be, in terms of composition and how it looked in my head and how I've translated that image onto this page. I think that I'm fairly happy with that, and it's very close or very similar. In terms of the colors, I definitely imagined this artwork to be completely black, white, and gold, But as I was about to start painting, my brain and my body just instantly went into default mode and started prepping my watercolors, which I wasn't supposed to use because I was just going to use black ink. And then because I did that, it kind of gave me this idea that maybe I should incorporate orange watercolors in it somehow. So then I went with that, and the new color palette was black, white, orange, and gold. And as I was about to paint the background a solid black color, I had another sudden change of mind to make the background a galaxy instead. And I thought using some blue hues can help complement the orange that I had already placed on the paper. So yeah, I feel like the creation of this piece was definitely fast and relatively spontaneous in terms of the decisions that I was making, and definitely compared to my other works. But even though the decisions that I was making were just kind of going along with the flow, I feel like they're still grounded in the knowledge that I had gained from the research that I did in the beginning. And I do try to make my decisions sound and have some thought behind them. For example, the black, white, and gold color palette was supposed to be similar to those goddess paintings where they use one color paired with gold. And it's a very simple color palette as well. Since the character I created to represent the zodiac Cancer is a goddess or a queen or a mother, I took a lot of inspiration for the composition from goddess paintings, especially by Christina McAllister, but there were also a lot of other artists that I took inspirations from. And another example is the use of orange. It's obviously a nod to the color of the crab. And another example is by adding the galaxy as the background instead of the black one. This kind of makes sense than the black one. I feel like the black one just achieves the simplicity that I really want, but the galaxy background is also a nod to the astrological origin of the zodiacs. So I feel like that makes it a little bit more in theme compared to a solid black background. So I do try to make sure that what I'm adding onto the artwork relates back to the theme, although I'm not saying that 100% of the things in this piece have a sort of meaning or profound reason behind why it's placed there, but that's definitely a goal that I'm working towards, and maybe my future artworks will have more thought into what I put in and what I leave out. Another example is the armor, which is reminiscent of the crab's shell and claws, or the armor or the crown, and it's pretty much a literal interpretation as to why crabs are used as the symbol of cancers. It's not only their home, but it's also their form of security. So security was translated to armor. In contrast to that, I added the soft drapes of the dress, kind of linking it back to this figure being a goddess and a mother, the soft side. And also the idea of home and nurturing are definitely the main things that influenced this piece. And there's also so much more meaning behind the zodiac, which did lead to other ideas that I had in my head after this one was finished, which unfortunately they're still underdeveloped and would require some more time and thought to have them feel like a strong or solid idea. But who knows, maybe in the future I'll revisit the theme, because not only is it my zodiac, it's supposed to say something about me or people who have the same zodiac. So I could definitely make this theme so much more personal, and the possibilities are exciting. So who knows? We'll see if I still have the interest, and I might just make another artwork with the same theme but a different approach. And yeah. So I will actually end it here for this video. Once again, I urge you guys to go and check out all the other artworks by the different artists in this collective. They are all linked in the description box below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also check out my social media links in the description box. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.